Welcome to the Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, August the 22nd. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters coming to you from the lovely Mount Cheaha State Park. Actually, it's Cheaha State Park. And we're going to take a look at that view in just a moment. But first of all, let's start with a view from Hamilton. And isn't that a beautiful shot? With some cirrus clouds, had some showers and thunderstorms, some prefrontal activity last night that moved through the state, causing some rain. Missed my gauge, but it got me up here at Mount Cheaha. And there's a view from Mount Cheaha. Beautiful shot this morning with mostly clear skies overhead. We can see a little haze on the horizon, and look at the fog down in some of those valleys down there. So just another beautiful shot this morning. On our surface map, we do have a cold front that is laid across Tennessee, and that is going to be sagging into our area and bringing us some much-needed relief, and that relief is visible on the IR picture. Actually, this is the water vapor imagery, but you can see how it's kind of milky over the southeastern U.S., but notice how it goes to black over Tennessee and then northward. Well, that's drier air, and that drier air is going to be filtering in and reducing our chances for showers and thunderstorms to almost nothing, and with that, also some lowered humidities. But in the meantime, temperatures still across the United States are quite warm, even for August, and you can see that all those yellow values are 60s and higher, and so it is quite warm. And across central Alabama, we're generally in the mid and upper 70s, ranging from about 75 at most locations, but a 78 there at Tuscaloosa. And of course, we are seeing some prefrontal activity. You can see that just to the west of Tuscaloosa, extending back towards Jackson, Mississippi on our regional radar map. QPF-wise, showers are going to be diminishing significantly after today as the drier air filters in, and so our risk for any rain is going to be quite small. And the Storm Prediction Center is not outlooking any specific area for slight risk. However, you see the C text, and that is the possibility of strong thunderstorms with some damaging wind, especially over southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southwestern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, and then again in the mid-Atlantic states, generally in the vicinity of from New York City down towards Washington and Baltimore. Tropics are a little bit more active. We have Tropical Depression 6, which is likely to become a tropical storm and eventually become a hurricane, and we'll see that actually on the GFS here in just a moment. But that it looks like it's going to stay out to sea. All right, here's the 060 GFS model run, and as I mentioned, it looks like with the front coming into the area, it looks like much of the activity will be from Birmingham southward today. Looks like the Tennessee River Valley should probably be shower-free today. In the meantime, the upper air pattern for Monday shows that trough over the mid-Atlantic states, and yesterday it was showing it not quite as strong, and it appears to be stronger than what it was forecasting yesterday, what the GFS was forecasting yesterday, and the result is that that is going to allow some drier air to filter into the area and push that front through our area so that Monday we should be drying out and seeing some lowered humidities, and then Tuesday through the end of the week, it looks like the humidities will really dry out. Here's the 500 millibar pattern for Tuesday, and you can see that trough deepening on the East Coast, and that certainly will help push that dry air into the southeastern U.S. and central Alabama. It's getting reinforced by a strong trough moving across Canada and the Great Lakes area that will help to keep us in a northwesterly flow and help keep that drier air our way. And then you can see that the trough is fairly substantial with the ridge well off to our west on Thursday, and again that keeps us pretty much dry for the upcoming week. By Friday, the ridge is beginning to make its influence felt, so we're looking at the possibility by next weekend of temperatures climbing up pretty good. And then notice on the edge of the map there, on the right edge, we're under the ridge, but in the meantime, that tropical system is making its influence felt there in the Atlantic, and we can see that on Sunday, a week from today, coming up in the vicinity of Bermuda. And so they'll be gearing up for that. And then the surface map shows us staying dry even into next weekend. So looks like a little bit of relief, not from the heat so much, but at least from the high humidities. Now, going out into voodoo country, there is our strong trough off the New England states and the mid-Atlantic states, and that's a reflection of the tropical system. And then finally, at the end of the period, it looks like we are cooling down just a little bit, and the ridge off to our west. So it looks like at least some improvement in the next week or so as we see humidities drop, and that's going to be a very welcome event for central Alabama. Well, thanks for tuning in. James Spann should be back with the next edition of the Weather Xtreme video on Monday morning. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great Sunday and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.